Hello and welcome to I Can't Believe This Got Greenlit, a show where we discuss movies from our childhood, our nostalgia from watching them as kids, how they got made, and our experiences rewatching them as adults. I'm one of your hosts, Nick Warner, and joining me as always, Matthew Pelton.
Hi, Nick Warner.
That was a very delayed
I know. I'll be honest, you were doing your thing, and I was thinking of my opening bit, and by the time I realized it was my turn, I had nothing. I had nothing planned at all.
I was gonna say, usually you hit me with like a hello, and then you get into like some bullshit. And this time,
yeah, I have nothing at all.
Nothing. All right. Well, we did say before recording that we're both a little out of it, so that's just right off the bat.
Okay.
Just call it out.
You know what? I wasn't gonna explain it on the show, but fuck it. Here's what happened to me last night, and it's Nick's fault. I blame Nick.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so I did an accidental triple feature last night.
Yes.
Because me and my roommate Nicole, who's going to be a future guest very soon,
yes,
went to go watch Sinners.
Yes.
And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, I have a job that doesn't pay me anything, and we're in the red.
It will eventually.
In time.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I have to watch RV. So at midnight, I start RV with Robin Williams.
Yes.
And then at
Wait, you watched it with Robin Williams?
Yeah, he was here.
Holy shit, dude.
It was a wild night.
That's fucking crazy.
Dude, you should have seen it. And then at like 2 a.m, I was like, oh shit, we're also doing Ice Age today.
With Robin Williams.
With Robin Williams, yeah. He went to bed at this point.
Oh,
like,
okay,
he was
okay.
still, yeah, it was. I tucked him in. It was
really nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'm just a gentle guy like that. So I was like, all right, I gotta watch Ice Age. So point is, I was up to like 4 a.m. watching all these movies.
Yeah.
Have 2 of them for Greenlit, one for just fun. And then Nick was like, hey, instead of 11 a.m. to record, let's do 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Because you're Florida boy.
Well, yeah, that's part of it.
Well, that's part of it. You can get into the other reason if you want. But I had to wake up an hour early. So my long story short, I'm running on very little sleep.
Yeah.
And it turns out we're not even doing Ice Age.
That's okay. We'll do Ice Age like as soon as possible, assuming that I'm free this coming weekend, which it's looking more and more like I won't be.
Yeah, you might be back
I might
in
be
Pennsylvania.
flying back to Pennsylvania to then drive back to Florida immediately. So I won't get any further than that. But it's a crazy time here on the show.
But you know what? Listen, even with all this fucking nonsense,
yeah,
for some reason we're still doing Greenlit.
We're still doing Greenlit, and we're talking today. Smooth transition. About a 2006 film, not a 2006 film, the 2006 film.
Okay.
RV.
I don't know about the 2006
Well,
film.
it's the film RV that came out in 2006.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
If you look up like the best
no,
film of
it's
2006,
definitely not that.
RV.
Listen, top 10. No. So I
was
picked
gonna let
this
you have
movie.
it,
No, definitely
That was
not.
gonna be nice. You've had a rough morning over there.
Yeah. Well, let's just get right into it because this was my pick. And not just because I grew up going camping, right? Not just because we owned an RV, not just because this like was my life for like the first 15 years. It was also
15 years.
It's also weirdly meta because we got this DVD again, like many times on the show. Bought this DVD in like the $1, $5, whatever, the DVD like box, the bin where you just pick up random movies. And
where they put all the trash.
Yeah, exactly. This is why this show exists, is because of that trash bin.
Honestly, yeah, that stupid bin is the only reason we're here right now.
At Kmart in Watertown. So we picked it up, and, my family, usually they just would pick up movies because, we were kids. We were just like, oh, whatever animated movie's over there, let's just do that.
Yeah, it's a kid's movie, just grab it.
But I think my mom saw this, and she was like, oh, let's get this because we go camping. We were like, great. So again, weirdly meta because we watched this. It's a movie about camping while we were camping inside of our camper. And then it just like was cool. It was a fun time. We watched this all the time, and it was one of those like very, very few movies that my parents would be like, let's watch RV. Like they were into it. Like they're not big movie people, but they were like, let's watch RV because I think we just related to it so much.
Your parents liked RV?
Love.
Oh, I
to
have
this
a
day.
Serious conversation.
No, to this
them.
day. Like I think even when I went home for vacation like a couple weeks ago, my dad was like, we should watch RV. I was
Are you
like,
serious?
Yeah. We still have the DVD. Like I remember the cover so vividly, like the whole thing. It's Robin Williams and his family like standing there with his arms crossed, and they're like in the wilderness with the RV behind them. It's great. I mean, it's the movie poster, but.
But your mom and dad were so nice.
Okay, spoiler alert. I think the nostalgia hit me really hard on this one.
Uh-oh.
Like, I left this being like, I know I shouldn't like this objectively, and I don't think I do on an objective standpoint. Like, I can see through the nostalgia, and I know that it's not a good film.
Sure.
But something hit me where I was like, I enjoyed this time around. Like, I had a good time watching this.
That happens. We've had a couple movies like that.
Yeah. It hit me in my feels. Yeah, exactly. I can't help myself. I did enjoy this watch. But the one other thing I wanted to say about this, talking about childhood stories, is when the time I finished this movie as a kid, the first or second or third, I don't know, whenever I picked up on this, I genuinely thought that love at first sight was a real thing because of this movie. Like, there are so many moments in this movie where it's like someone's talking and then you get like the zoom in on the other character that's like, I'm in love. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's what happens when you fall in love. Is like, you get, I mean, I guess this is true, but you get this like overwhelming feeling and you feel like a camera is pushing on you, like you're the main character, you get like completely taken aback. But it's like as soon as you look at the person, like that's it.
Is that is that kind of what happened when you first saw me?
Well, yeah, it's you and Maddie, and that's it. It's never happened other than that.
Me first, though. So
yeah.
I always want to clarify that. Yeah. Maddie's the second banana of the two.
Right.
So yeah, that very clear.
Very, very heavily nostalgic. Like, not even just like, oh, I watched this when we were camping as a kid. Like, we watched this like over and over and over and over.
Wow.
And just loved every second. Like, I was quoting this movie before it happened. Like, on this rewatch by myself, like, I was, like, huge. Like, Have been wanting to do this one for quite some time. All right, let's talk. Oh, no, you know what? Before we get into production, do you have any stories about RV?
Oh.
Was it the first time that you'd ever heard of it was when I brought it up?
The first time I ever heard of this movie was you. I'd never heard of this movie.
So you never, not even, because, I mean, this cast is stacked.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely loaded from top to bottom.
You have like two Bluths in the same scene.
Yes.
It's so weird.
It's insane.
I didn't know what this movie was. I was convinced this was like a 90s movie.
Yeah.
Just because I'd never heard of it.
Sure.
So I'm like, I feel like most like movies from that age, like that are kids movies, I at least know if I haven't seen.
Right.
But this, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But I never heard of this. I didn't know it was a thing. And then you were like, yeah, I love RV. And I'm like, yeah, I guess they're cool, I guess. And you're like, no, the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a thing? Like, right. Okay.
But then after rewatching it, it makes complete sense that it's from the 2000s. Like, just the comedy and also just the way it looks, like the visuals of it.
Yes, the way it was shot.
Yeah. Which I love. That's like the thing that brought me back was the visuals. I was like, oh, this is
see, I
perfect.
hated that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. There's certain things like that with the 2000s where it's so hit or miss. I think this one, again, like I said earlier, it's pure nostalgia. Like, I was fair. Oh, this is like a warm comfort meal for me, like while rewatching this. Because it like brought me back to like that time. But certain movies, especially ones I haven't seen that are from the 2000s, it's very much like, oh, this is gross. Like, we've moved on from this for a reason. And it's also not
good reason.
The, like, beautiful filmic look from way back in the day. It's this weird in-between of, like, just getting into the digital age and it looks like shit.
Exactly.
So, yeah. No, I get it.
It's this weird that it's so strange because sometimes we'll cover, like, Hook.
Yeah.
Like something that was before we were born.
Right.
Or I think on our list we also have like Howard the Duck, which was like 90s.
Right.
Where it always kind of like baffles me. I get why, but you have movies, like you're right, from 70s, 80s, 90s that were like shot on film and they look really nice. And they have that kind of old film look. And even like sometimes like the way movies were just shot is very different. Like you have just like long tracking sequences or just... It's very rare you got a ton of coverage back in the day.
Right.
I think it's because it was so expensive to shoot on film.
Yeah.
So usually it's just like one shot for a scene and that's it. And then you cut to something like this, where this feels like it's like 40 steps backwards. Where you're like, what happened? Like this was just all in digital and it was just one big green screen. And they're like, we're good. Like this is it. Like technology is upgraded. I'm like, did it?
Yeah.
Did it really?
Right. Yeah, no, 100%. Well, because even comparing this to just another Robin Williams performance in Good Will Hunting, that looks stunning.
Yeah.
But
Dead Poets, same thing.
Yeah.
You have this beautiful if you sat someone down who doesn't have any concept of aging, because Robin Williams clearly looks older in this, but you showed them RV and Dead Poets or Good Will Hunting, you said which came out first and then which came out later. RV looks like it came out in the 30s.
Yeah.
They just made a green screen. They weren't sure how to use it yet.
Right.
And this is what they came up with.
That was one thing I noticed significantly more was the use of green screen and the edge,
it's weird.
The halo effect on Robin Williams specifically in a lot of those where he's on the RV and you can clearly tell either the wide is the stunt double or the close up is the green screen, and the green screen is what I noticed a lot more in this one.
There's a lot of green screen in this movie. I don't know if they just didn't shoot on location at all, or they just did it so rarely. I don't know what happened, but there's so much green screen.
Yeah. So going into production, this movie was directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, which I don't know if I knew that going in. Do you know who this is?
Who is that? No.
Okay. So I knew who this guy was when it was presented at the very end, but I didn't know my whole life who this was. Okay. So this guy has one of the most interesting careers I've ever seen. So he's
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, exactly. He's Christopher Nolan. So he started as a DP in the industry, and he worked very, very closely with the Coen brothers. So he shot Blood Simple, Raising Arizona, and then he moved on and then shot When Harry Met Sally. He shot a lot of really big 80s, 90s films.
Yeah,
and he has a ton of movies in his filmography as a DP. And then he moved on to be a director. His directorial debut was The Addams Family.
Oh.
And then he directed The Addams Family and its sequel, and then he directed all of the Men in Black films.
Really?
On top of other films that are less known. But this dude has such an interesting career, and then obviously RV.
RV was the peak.
Right. And also a fun fact about Barry Sonnenfeld is he is Irv in RV. So the guy on the side of the RV with his hands out, he's on the poster.
That's him?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So I thought that was super cool. This guy, super interesting career. So worth noting there. So
I'll say what? I don't want to say what happened.
Yeah.
Because maybe I don't know if I have more of a problem with the writing or directing of this.
Sure.
But it's weird that someone that clearly knows quality would read this script and be like, yes.
Yeah, I wonder if it was because when he got brought on, maybe the stars were already attached and he was like, all right, Robin Williams, let's do it. Because, it's hard to say no to working with Robin Williams.
And then, that's true. And I've never seen a movie yet with Robin Williams in it where he's not good in it.
Right. Well, exactly. And so it's if you see not only Robin Williams, but then you throw in Jeff Daniels and Cheryl Hines and Kristen Chenoweth, all of these people where you're like, oh, yeah, this is going to be something pretty good, if not at least just funny because the stars are funny.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's true. If cast was first, I could see someone being like, "Oh, I want to hop on that immediately."
Right.
That's a good opportunity.
Yeah. So this movie was edited by a guy named Kevin Tent. Cool last name. He was the editor more recently of The Peanut Butter Falcon and one of my favorite movies, The Holdovers.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So this guy,
great. Good for Kevin Tent.
Yeah, this guy's had a very illustrious career. He's had a lot of different types of movies. But yeah, he is the editor. The score, and if you don't know who this is, I'm going to be really disappointed. But you have to know who this is. Score is by a guy by the name of James Newton Howard.
Oh, he did Oppenheimer.
Oh boy, do you not know who this is?
The name sounds familiar.
This guy is one of the most famous, like John Williams level, up there. Guys,
maybe that's why he didn't crack number ones, because he did RV.
Yeah. So he did the original Dune. If you look up his career, he has hundreds and hundreds of the most famous movies of all time. I can't even list them all, but to name some, River Fork Community College, So he did the original Dune. He did Pretty Women. He did Space Jam. He did The Sixth Sense. He did the Dark Knight trilogy. He did the Hunger Games trilogy. Shout out Maddie. And he did the Fantastic Beasts trilogy, among so many other movies.
Yeah, a ton of stuff. Yeah. And then famously number 1, RV.
RV, exactly.
And then Oppenheimer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, shout out Ludwig. He's cool. So this movie had a $50 million budget. Do you want to guess how much it grossed?
Oh, if I didn't... Okay, I was going to say low because I've never heard of it.
Right.
But at the same time, I could be making that up.
I feel like we've talked about this before.
We have?
Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember.
You said this is 2007?
2006, but yeah.
2006, so this is still like DVD sales era.
Yes. I don't have those numbers, by the way. I wish I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is just box office.
Just box office. I'm sure it made a lot in DVD sales because that's where I saw it for the first time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
If that's telling of anything about the box office.
Okay, his budget was $50 million, but you have a big cast. So I'm going to say it made more than $50 million, but not by a lot.
Right. You're on the right track.
I'm going to lock in like 57.
87. So you were close.
Ooh, okay.
But it didn't even break even.
It didn't break even.
I'm sure it broke even by the time it got its DVD sales out.
Yeah, because it was close.
Around that time, even movies that weren't doing anything were still making at least $15 million in DVDs.
Yeah, easily.
So especially it probably broke even, but the fact that it only broke even with that cast is not great.
That's true. You guys such a big cast and only made $87 million. I'm a little surprised.
Right. Also, if you remember from, I believe it was last episode, our Paul Blart episode, I believe that cost
the best episode we've ever done.
$20 million? Yeah, exactly. I believe that cost like $20 million. So this cost double, and I believe it's because of the cast.
It has to be.
But it's still a little up there.
Well, I wonder if that's like $50 million, but you have such a ginormous cast.
Yeah.
I wonder if most of the money went to cast, and that's why they couldn't really afford to shoot on a lot of locations.
Maybe.
Hence green screen.
Right.
Because it's so weird.
To get into that for a second, so the film began principal photography in the Vancouver area and southern Alberta on May 25th, 2005, and finished the following August. So it took over a year plus to film this movie.
Why?
I don't know exactly why, but that blows my mind. Because
over a year to make art and not once someone didn't speak up.
And now I'm curious because, again, a lot of this was filmed on location.
It was?
Yeah. They did have the green screen stuff, which is a lot of the close-ups, but I think that was more for the star talent, like the action sequences, like I was saying before, like the RV, like pummeling down the hill. You're not going to have Robin Williams on the front of that holding onto it.
It's not like Tom Cruise.
But, yeah, exactly. But it's and I wonder because of where they were filming if like weather had anything to do with it, because you're up in the mountains, like you really don't know what to expect, or if like I don't know what they could have possibly run into in 2005. But also I'm curious. Hang on, I'm gonna edit around this because I'm curious. RV movie, when the release date is, like the actual
like the actual
month.
It's October. They put it as a Halloween movie.
Wait, no, this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense.
What did it say?
No, this makes no sense. This has to be wrong.
What?
The filming. This makes no sense because the release date was April 28th, 2006. So they couldn't have finished the following August because the release date came out in April. So scratch all of that. They started in May of 2005 and they released it less than a year later. So good on them.
I love you so much.
I love you too. I need to start rereading mine. But to be fair, a lot's going on right now, so it's not my fault. It's also Wikipedia, where I get all of my information from.
Oh my God.
So good on them for doing a pretty damn good schedule while filming on location with crazy weather. And then editing the movie in a good enough time to get it out less than a year later. So good for them. They did it. That's significantly less bad than I thought it was.
So I love how your notes went from
the worst thing ever
shoot
to the best thing ever. No, truly good for them. My bad, and let's move on. So this movie won the Golden Raspberry for worst.
Shit.
Get ready for the title of the category. So it won. It was not just nominated. It won for the Golden Raspberry for worst excuse for family entertainment at the Raspberry Awards. At the Razzies.
Okay, I know you love this movie, but it kind of deserved that award.
It's fair. And it was nominated, and Kristen Chenoweth was nominated for worst supporting actress at the same.
She didn't win.
She did not win.
Do you know who did?
The person who won worst supporting actress this year at the Razzies was Carmen Electra in Date Movie and Scary Movie 4.
She won for 2 movies.
But Kristen Chenoweth was not only nominated for RV, she was also nominated for Deck the Halls and The Pink Panther. Not the Pink Panther that we did. Oh, wait, no, it is the Pink Panther that we did.
I was going to say 2007. That sounds about right.
Yeah, she got nominated. But it was Carmen Electra and Kristen Chenoweth were both nominated for multiple movies. Kristen Chenoweth being nominated really for 3 movies.
I just looked up Carmen Electra. I've never seen this person in my life.
No, but she has like a pretty extensive career.
Yeah, but it's all like your parody stuff.
Yeah.
That's all she's done.
But she's doing like 3, 4, 5 movies a year. Yeah, it seems like it's just, weird. What the hell is Cum Ghosts?
Excuse me?
2013 film, Cum Ghosts.
Oh my god, I'm staring at it. Wait, it's a short. Come join Carmen Electra as she comes face to face with the souls of those who could have been if it weren't for her. Happy Halloween, or should we say Halloween?
Halloween, W-E-I-N. That's insane.
Dude, are you kidding me? We have to cover this.
That is insane. Even though this movie got nominated and won Razzies, it did get nominated for Best Performance in a Feature Film by a Leading Young Actor for Josh Hutcherson.
Nice.
At the Young Artist Awards.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't know. I feel like we've talked about that before. I feel like that's like an early 2000s show.
Yeah, that's come up. I think that's. I don't know if it was Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but that's come up in our past.
Yeah. Also, Josh Hutcherson, alum of The Hunger Games as well. So the guy who did the score and him they
teamed up again,
which is pretty cool. So a couple more fun facts. Chevy Chase, Tim Allen, and Tom Hanks were considered for the role of Bob Monroe.
Thank God that didn't happen. Yeah. This movie was so much worse.
Supposedly, again, this all comes from the internet, and the internet is obviously the most reliable source of information. So this is probably true.
It turns out this movie was still shooting when it came out months later.
Right.
So
right. So Jeff Daniels apparently has owned an RV for like multiple years. Like this was like his thing. Yeah. And according to a Detroit radio interview, he had RV like driving lessons like for the movie because they were shooting a lot of it like in person. And they completely canceled it because he was like, "Oh no, I do it. I have it." And he showed up in his personal RV and just to show them like, "Hey, I can do this."
That's awesome.
Yeah. And also,
that's some legend shit.
He plays the banjo, so all of that is actually him playing live.
Is actually Jeff Daniels?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Good for. I will say, not to kind of give it away, I think there's 2 bright spots in this movie.
Yeah,
and one of them is Jeff Daniels.
I agree.
Right? Like, I think he did a really good job.
I think he's a funny dude in this.
Yeah,
he's a fun guy. Okay. So a fun fact about the actual RV itself, the lead titular character, the RV.
Yes,
so,
the big green ugly thing.
Yes, it's a Forest River Georgetown 359 TS. No idea what that means. That's just
I knew
it. The name of the actual RV. 5 of them were purchased for this film, plus a 6th, which was ordered in pieces and assembled in a way that allowed the hydraulic rams to raise and lower it out of the lake in that scene.
No shit.
Where it goes into the lake, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 of these RVs were fitted with special suspension hydraulics to handle some of the extreme driving movements. And 2 of them are the ones that the Monroes are actually seen living and driving in. So if you do the math, that's 4. So the 5th was dubbed The Wild Thing and was completely fully functional, but wasn't really used a whole lot. But it was just like as a backup.
Okay, so they had one that was like kind of untouched.
Yeah.
They had 5? That's crazy.
Plus the one that was just for that one river.
Yeah, just for the lake.
The lake scene. Yeah. So that's all I have for production. A pretty...
Okay. I appreciate the RV
tame,
notes.
Yeah, relatively tame production, early 2000s. Nothing super crazy.
I will say it is. I don't know how you release the movie in April and keep shooting till August.
Yeah,
but
right.
Besides that, production was pretty normal.
Let's get into the plot of this film. So we open with not Come Go. We're talking about RV. It's not this episode. So
dude, let's just watch Come Goes.
So we open with the classic Columbia Pictures intro, similar to Paul Blart. This again, something about these movie intros just hits me in my feels.
I know it's not their fault, but we had this and then Paul Blart kind of back to back.
Yeah.
In terms of like movies watching for Greenlit, and now I see Columbia and I go, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like I've been tainted. When it's this show and I see Columbia, it's just, you're in for a wild ride.
Dude, Columbia was rocking in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I don't know what drugs they were on. I think, listen, they greenlit Come Ghosts.
It's crazy. Okay, so Bob, who is played by Robin Williams, is putting on a show for his daughter Cassie with puppets, and we see that they have a good relationship. So I immediately in this scene, because he does like a little tickle monster like bit, and immediately I was like, all right, we're so back. I love this movie. I'm so excited. But I also realized from the get, like just from this scene specifically, that everything as a kid, all the adult humor in this went directly over my head. So like,
there's a lot of it too.
There's a ton of it, and none of it clicked with me. So like the wife comes in and talks about like, oh, if we put them to bed now, like you might get lucky or something.
We'll still have time to make a Come Ghost.
Yeah, well, right. And then he was like, oh, hit the kid with a mallet if you have to. And I was like, oh, I didn't catch any of this as a kid. And also even like references to like other stars, like the Sylvester Stallone as the Tickle Monster, didn't get that reference.
That part meant nothing to you.
Did not. I just thought it was a funny voice he was doing. So yeah. So we see that they have a good relationship, and then immediately hard cut to what? Figure like 10 years later, because now she's
probably
like 15.
Yeah.
They're going. The whole family is going to pick up Cassie's friend to take to one of Bob's work parties, and you can see now that their relationship is clearly not what it used to be. Now, to be fair, she's 15, she's a teenager. Like everything is wrong in the world as teenagers. We've been there. Like it just
that's how it happens.
Yeah, it is what it is. So I get it.
Now, I had instead of like for when you do the plot, I usually go like, this was stupid, whatever.
Yeah.
I think for a good chunk of this movie, I'm gonna give you a different approach.
Oh.
Okay. I want to keep you on your toes. You don't know what I'm gonna throw at you every episode.
Okay.
Okay, keep it fresh.
Yeah.
So I just watched Come Ghosts.
Right.
40 times.
Oh.
I didn't watch RV.
What?
No, I'm kidding. Could you imagine?
Dude, that would keep me on my toes.
No, I want to walk you through my thought process throughout the movie.
Okay.
Because again, I know zero.
Right.
Like when you're describing the poster, I didn't even know what the poster looked like.
Yeah. See, as soon as they were like, "Oh, we're going to pick up Cassie's friend," I was like, "Here comes the sludge!" Like I was ready.
I don't know any of this.
I was ready to go. Yeah.
All I know, I swear to God, all I know was it's called RV.
Yeah.
It has Robin Williams,
and Will Arnett.
You watched it growing up.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Will Arnett was in it. I didn't know anything.
Dude, you know that this was the only thing I knew of Will Arnett from for like.
Are you serious? It was
15
RV?
years of my life.
He was
and
the
then
RV
I watched,
guy.
Yeah, and then I watched G-Force, and then I was like, oh, okay, he's in that. Yeah, and then that's it. Those are the 2 movies.
We should watch 3 more Will Arnett movies just to get him in the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
Because he would be a great addition.
It's also like he pops up in like every movie in the early 2000s.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's everywhere. Okay, anyway, sorry, go ahead.
But anyway, so the way I watched this was me and Nicole, my roommate, watched this together.
Yes.
And I went to the bathroom and I said, "Hey, can you pull up RV?"
Okay.
So I didn't even see again like poster, a description of it, 0.
Right.
We went to Tubi because of course it's on Tubi.
Yeah, that's where I watched it.
There you go.
Get through the 5 ads first.
Yep. And then we had ads like every 20 minutes.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or then it silently went on Instagram instead of talking about the movie.
Right.
So I came out to a Columbia Pictures logo, which is kind of like the perfect way to watch this because I went in like 100% blind. Besides, Nick Warner liked this, so it's probably not going to be the best.
Oh yeah. That's usually how it goes. Listen. Let me side tangent about that for a second because Maddie actually called me out for this like a couple days ago.
Okay.
She called me out and she was like, I forget what movie it was. Oh, I think we were talking about friendship. Well, we talked about this last episode. And I was like, I really liked this movie. And she was like, yeah, but you like every movie. And I was like, no, I don't like every movie. I just, having gone to film school and now like doing movies like on my own,
sure.
I think I have such an appreciation. And to be fair, there's kind of two roads that you can take when like studying film, right? You can either go down the like, I know film now really well, and I'm going to critique it with my knowledge of film, and I'm going to have a very, very specific, like, I like this movie and I hate this movie. Like, that's it. Like, I'm going to be very critical.
Like the film theory route, almost. Right. Yeah.
Or you go down the other route, you realize how fucking hard it is to make a movie
it's
in general, let alone a decent movie, right? So, I think that was kind of my mindset throughout college. And now I have this like deep appreciation for any movie that exists, even if I don't necessarily like it.
That is true. I forget who said it, but someone said like, hey, getting any movie made alone is a miracle. Yeah. Like so many things have to align. Getting to make a good movie. Right. Forget about it. Like that shit's impossible. Yeah. It's crazy. I think any movie I do give credit. Yeah. However,
no, and I get, yes.
Yeah, like you got to remember, I'm like just like a brilliant director and writer. Of course. For me, it's like, how could you do this? Like, let me in. I'm like the next Spielberg kind of thing. So I just can't get it. Right. Yeah, like Come Ghost, like that movie's brilliant.
Yeah, but RV not so much.
Exactly. You see, you're getting it.
Listen, I get people having really strong opinions, and to be fair, a lot of the times I do have very strong opinions. Well, but of course. I don't outright just like hate a movie even if I dislike it. I appreciate the craftsmanship that goes into even if it's not great.
No, that's true. Even like a movie like Paul Blart. Yeah. I will say I hate that movie. Fuck it. But yeah. Just hearing like, hey, they had to use like 2 separate malls, and the mall was like still active. So what do you do? Like,
as a producer, that makes me shit my pants.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like, there are so many people that work on any movie that basically have no control of the quality of it whatsoever, and they worked hard on it. Yeah. So I still give them credit.
Right. However,
but back to this horrible movie that I hated. So. No, so anyway, so I'm watching the movie, and you have that first scene, like the daughter. And I remember watching it, and I'm like, okay, the only thing I know about this movie, again, is Nick. It has like a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes or some shit. Right. Like, this movie got torn to shreds. But it's a good start. Yeah. That scene is really nice. Mm-hmm. And then it cuts to her grown up, and at first I went, oh, here it is. This is where it's going to go downhill. Yeah. Like, that was too cute and sweet. But then, I will say, I didn't mind it. Right. Like, I was watching the scene, I'm like, okay, like, if it wasn't Robin Williams, a.k.a. if it was Chevy Chase, this would be so much worse. Yes. But because it's Robin Williams, especially in the beginning, it was working for me.
Dude, his
I was like,
humor,
Nick is going to be so happy.
Yeah, his humor throughout, like, just, you could just tell that so much, and in any movie that he's in, you can tell that so much of his dialogue is improvised. Right, you have like 100%. The direction, but then he's kind of throwing quips. Like even you have like a wide. Oh, so many times they did this. They cut to a wide shot, like transitioning into the next scene, and then you throw in like a VO line of his character saying something because it's just like a funny throwaway that he came up with. That was the part that I was like, oh, this is why he's one of my favorite actors of all time, even if it's a bad movie like this.
Yeah, no,
I was like, I love it.
Again, remember I said there's 2 bright spots. Jeff Daniels is one. Robin Williams is so easily the other one.
Yeah, 100%.
Like this movie has like a 17, it would have a 4 if it wasn't for him.
But so far, you're kind of on board.
Yes.
Okay.
I was shocked.
Right. Okay.
And there is a turning point, and I will get to it. And it kind of broke my heart, and I'll explain why. Okay. But right now, at this point in the movie, I was in.
Okay. Cool.
I was like, I feel like Nick Warner. I want to be in an RV. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. So they get to the party. And we're introduced to Bob's boss, which is Will Arnett. And his name is Todd.
Legend.
Yes. Who is this snooty rich guy. He's a germaphobe. He's like the head of the company.
Yeah.
Very, very corporate company, which we see in like the office scene or whatever.
He's also talking to Buster Bluth.
Yeah, he is
at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Which
it's
is
never
wild.
addressed.
No,
it's
never.
really weird.
And I thought that was hysterical. That was amazing. So Cassie's friend goes up to Todd. They're like introducing each other, and she calls Todd out for being the cause for obesity in the kids of her generation, and then throws this cup of sludge all over him.
And what was the reason? Because he got like soda in the vending machines
Yeah,
at school?
which I remember like when I think it was like the Obama administration when they first like started. Yeah. When there was like that whole transition to like healthier like eating in schools, and we were like, oh my god, this is great, no more obesity. And then,
whoops.
But yeah, no. So I remember this scene from being a kid. I remember her throwing the sludge. Could not tell you why she threw the sludge, and like I genuinely was like, oh, she's just a piece of shit. Like, she's the bad guy. Yeah, I was like, why would you do that to someone? And then growing up, I was like, oh,
she's in the right.
Yeah, he's like a corporate, like garbage human, and then she's like, standing up for the good of humanity. And I was like, oh no, she's the bad guy.
No, she saw Will Arnett's handsome and fun.
Yeah, I think I just loved Will Arnett.
You just had a big old crush on Will Arnett.
Because I don't think I said this earlier, but the two things I remember so vividly about this movie are just the family hanging out in the RV. Well, three things. The family hanging out in the RV, which is like most of the movie. The other family with like the horn, like that specific scene.
The Star Trek horn.
Yeah. And then Will Arnett's character. Like just his character.
Really?
Like,
he
just
sucked.
him. Yeah.
Dude, I think you had a big old crush on him.
I think I did.
You were like, little Nick thought Will Arnett was handsome.
Yeah. So all of that happens.
Yes.
And then they leave, and Cass's friend is dropped off. Bob nearly runs her over because he's like, you just cost me my job.
My whole entire career.
Which that would have been, I mean, not funny, but like if he fully ran her over and the movie just ended, like just commits like
would have been better than what we got later.
Yeah. So, she's dropped off, and then later that night, him and his wife Jamie are talking all about this situation. And we can see that they live a very luxurious life. They have a really nice house. They have all this new technology.
Yeah.
For the early 2000s, especially, like that's like they haven't.
Yeah, that's true. They were decked
rich.
out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jamie reminds Bob that they have a trip to Hawaii coming up, so they will take a much needed break, and that he can spend more time with their kids.
Yes. By the way, I don't know if you caught it.
Yeah.
But this trip is clearly sponsored by Frito-Lay.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah, they have Lay's. I think they also had a Ruffle shot at one point.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's even that one thing where the Josh Hutcherson, Carl, I think his name is, the kid. He's eating the Lay's. Yeah, he's just a big old bag.
Yeah, he's a big old Lay's logo.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah. They even like they pack up all their snacks in like the like bin or whatever, and it's just all.
It's all like Frito-Lay shit. You see all the logos.
Yeah.
Like, nice.
So, cut to the next day at work, and Todd tells Bob to cancel the trip because, one, obviously, of what happened at the party, but two, because Bob is good at being in a meeting. He's good at, like, improvising and talking to people, and he needs Bob's help to acquire the Alpine Soda Company, which is, like, a mom-and-pop soda company that they want to bring into their, like, big brand.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're, like, a PepsiCo kind of thing?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
So... And the meeting is set in Colorado.
Yes.
And I believe they're in California, if I'm not mistaken.
Eventually. It took me a while to figure it out, but eventually he has a line like, we have to get back to L.A.
Yeah. Or
so I'm like,
he's like standing up to the bullies of his kid. And he's like, oh, like San Francisco represent or something like that. Like he says something like that. I'm like, oh, okay, they're from California.
So
they have to go to Colorado.
I was very confused because they said we have to get back to Los Angeles. So I'm assuming they live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But to get to Boulder, Colorado, which is where the meeting is,
right,
from Los Angeles, because I live here, I just put in my address in Boulder, Colorado. It's a 15-hour drive.
Right.
But in the movie, when they plug in the destination in their little GPS,
30 hours.
It says like 30 or 31 hours.
Yes.
So, well, they can't be from Los Angeles.
I will say this, having traveled in a camper. Driving a camper, because of its speed limitations, it's kind of like driving a bus, where you are significantly slower than like a normal car.
Sure.
You're not doing 80, 90 on the highway in that thing.
Okay.
I can tell you that firsthand. So, possibly, if it's taking into it, which I don't know how the GPS at that time would take into account that it's in an RV, but that's probably why it took them longer. It's also why it takes place over multiple days, because they're going so slow, so they're stopping at RV parks and kind of making their way slowly.
Okay. Okay.
So that didn't, when I found that out, like, I understand what you're saying, but it made sense to me having traveled in a camper.
Traveled in an RV.
Yeah.
That's fair. The only reason I bring it up is when they said 30 hours, we were still in the phase of trying to figure out what their original location was.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so then they kept dropping California lines, so we checked it, and we thought we got it wrong.
Yeah. Well,
but no, they kept saying California stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it definitely shouldn't be doubled. But
yeah, it's still a lot.
It probably would be closer to like 20 hours or 22 hours, not
like
30.
An extra 5. Yeah, that's crazy. It was like double the time.
Double is nuts.
And I get like an RV does take longer, but how would navigation know that kind of thing? Right. So anyway, it was just a lot of the movie I was spent trying to figure out where they started.
Yeah. So we hear, or sorry, not we. Well, I mean we and Bob, but Bob hears about.
Me and you.
Yeah. Bob hears about this legendary RV trip from his coworker, and has an idea to take his family on a vacation out to Colorado, and then duck out to take this meeting without them finding out, that the Hawaii trip was canceled for this, and that he's actually doing business. And they also had this line, which again completely went over my head, but I think it was just Robin Williams riffing. But he brings the RV home, and the family's upset that they're not going to Hawaii, and they're clearly not camping people. Like it's it's a different culture.
They're not the Warners.
Yeah, exactly. Salt of the earth. But so he says this line where he's like, "Oh, the RV is special and not like your Uncle Mike." And I was like, "Oh my god."
I caught that. That was a crazy line.
Dude, I was like, I wouldn't have understood what that meant when I was younger, but I was like, holy shit, I didn't even realize like that was one of the lines that they just kept in.
No, also remember when I said at some point in this movie there was a big shift for me?
Yeah.
It's here.
Oh, so it's when he gets the pinnacle thing of the
movie. Dude, it was heartbreaking.
Is it because the humor and like the actual like mundane kind of activities that they go through, or is that why, or is it like
it was a weird moment because you have the kind of party scene where the girl throws the sludge
right
and all this stuff, and at one point I turned to Nicole, I think it was right after that scene, and there's one specific shot where she throws the sludge. Lauren, that's like, oh my god, I'm like, you're awful, I hate you. And then that was the exact dialogue, by the way. And then they zoom in on Robin Williams and his wife's face, like, oh no. And it was shot like a sitcom. It didn't look like a movie.
Right.
And I turned to Nicole and I'm like, this feels like a pilot.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like an actual film.
Yeah.
Like, this is clearly the setup to like a season of television. Right. And then I'm like, when is this gonna feel like a movie? Or maybe this is just the feel of it. I why is it shot like this? I don't know what's really going on. Mm-hmm. And then they get the RV. I'm like, oh, here's the rest of the movie.
Right.
And the humor definitely takes a shift from that point out. And then the plot, I feel like, definitely takes a shift.
Yeah.
Like, all that beginning stuff was not setting... I know, like, in retrospect it was, but there was no RV mentioned, nothing. So...
Right.
Going in just completely blind, it felt like it was leading up to one thing, and then it just kind of shifted randomly.
I will say, I agree, it's weird, because this was the one thing where I noticed that I was like, oh, the pacing of it is very strange in this one particular scene.
Very strange.
Where he's at work, and he's like, oh, you have to be at this meeting, and then he goes into, like, the break room, and they're like, this legendary RV trip, and then immediately cut to, all right, he purchased the RV, it's like... that day, but he went out and bought it, and he goes and he comes in, and you're like, okay, that was very strange. Like how immediate he was like, I'm dropping everything, doing it. Like he basically did like this whole plan in his head, did not tell the audience, and then cut to him like mid plan.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
It was very weird.
It is not. I don't want to say like off-putting because I feel like that's like.
No,
that's
and
a little
they don't have to
much
like spoon feed
hyperbole,
us the information, the like plan or whatever. But it still, it just the way it was cut, I think, was jarring.
Yeah, it's very abrupt.
It was very like quick.
It almost, you know what it feels like? It feels like they had an idea for an RV movie.
Yeah.
Like, hey, family road trip. They don't get along, but by the end they do, kind of thing. And then they had like this pilot script like in someone's desk drawer.
Yeah.
That wasn't great, but they weren't sure what to do with it.
Sure.
And then like the RV movie, they're like, well, how do we get to the RV? We don't know. Oh, we have this
use
pilot.
This pilot.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's just stitch them together.
It did feel like two different things. But not in like a, we were just talking about this before this episode, but not in like a Sinners way.
No.
No. They had one idea, but then they were like, we need to like create this, how to get there out of thin air, and how do we do that?
Exactly.
Type of thing, and they didn't really land on either of them.
No,
so
I don't.
Like,
you can tell the RV idea came first, and they kind of worked backwards.
Right.
And they did it in such a weird, unconnected way.
Yeah.
That then it got to the RV, and it became like a different movie, and I was like, oh, I was kind of digging the first movie.
Right.
Like, go back.
Yeah. So Bob.
So basically, this movie's just like Sinners, is what.
Oh yeah, completely, 100%.
Yeah, completely. Better.
So Bob convinces the family to go, and they hit the road, albeit with a rough start. They like run into their front lawn. They're like destroying things. They're hitting stop signs.
Yeah.
I thought this was funny because I always liked this scene as a kid where he like struggles to get the seatbelt, like the whole thing, the GPS thing. Did you immediately know that I was gonna find this funny?
No, it's even better because you just said I immediately found this funny, and I was about to say this is one of my least favorite parts of the movie.
No, I loved this scene. Again, I think it was less funny this time around, but I do think it was a lot of nostalgia. But it still was like I was having a fun time because it's Robin Williams doing like his thing. Yeah. And I was like, okay, the seatbelt thing. If it was anyone else, I would not find that funny.
Well, you know what? Okay.
Because it was him, I was like, this is great.
This scene, I think, is the perfect example of my problem with the whole movie.
Yeah.
Is you have these bits, the seatbelt bit and the backup bit, like the reversing bit. Those two specifically, that it's such a 2006 thing, but they just never cut.
Oh, sure.
It goes on so long.
Sure. Well, I think that's a thing in like a lot of comedies though. It's like they just hold on like a wide or a medium.
Well, not even like the shot.
Oh, okay.
Like
they don't cut away from the scene.
Yeah, it won't end. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like the joke is like
the joke goes on too long. Yeah.
Way too long.
Yeah, right. No, that's fair.
This movie's already short. This could have been like an hour 10.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. A lot of the bits, like at first, it got a little chuckle out of me. Like the seatbelt, sure. The reversing, he's never drove one. Got it.
Yeah.
But it just keeps going, and it doesn't like even change. It's just the same thing.
What I think is like, it almost felt like the intent was. It starts out really, because this happens a lot of times in stand up or like in other comedies where it's like it's funny at first, and then it gets kind of old, and then if it keeps going on, it gets funny again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I don't think it landed like that for you.
Yeah, exactly. It never got to that point where it got funny again. Yeah. It almost was like, okay, Jesus, like can we please move on?
Right.
It was like stand up where they're trying to do that, but like the stand up isn't great.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like the joke originally was
let's
decent.
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all right, what else you got? Let's go.
Yeah. No, that's fair. So they land. The family lands at their first campground, and of course, naturally, because it's a rental, the toilet is backed up. Oh, so again, this is one where it's like this was like the scene that was in the, when you like open a DVD, and it's like the home menu, like the play menu, and they have like a scene that plays like on repeat.
That's the one.
It's that, and then the scene where they hear the horn, and they get up. And they like start frantically packing the car. It's those two.
That scene
like,
too.
I watched that on repeat like as I was drifting off to sleep as a little 6-year-old. So Bob and Carl go to dump it, but they run into some troubles with their hoses, naturally.
Sure do.
And the rest of the campground, lines up. They're all waiting to dump their poopy. And they line up and they set up all their lawn chairs and they wait for Bob to dump it. And when they get help from some other camping guys, the poop just shoots out of the hose and just showers so much of it onto Bob to thunderous applause. Everyone's loving it. Obviously, because he just got covered in shit. You don't see that all the time.
Yeah. This was... Yeah.
And this is where... Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, back to the progression of Matthew Pelton watching this last night. Right. This scene, this was like a...
Nail in the coffin.
Man. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, they're not going back to... I kept playing that first scene in my head with the little girl. I'm like, we're not going to get that again, are we?
Right.
that was so good.
Right.
And then here we are as he's covered in shit, and I'm like, all right. Man.
This is when Travis is introduced, which is Jeff Daniels.
The king of this movie.
The king of this movie. So Bob meets Travis, who offers to clean him up, which he sprays him down. And then Travis's son, I forget his name because they have 3 kids, but the oldest one sees Cassie, and this was immediately falls in love. This is where I was like, oh, this is what's gonna happen.
You saw me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So then Travis, they're just a nice southern western.
I think every actor had a different accent.
Yeah, they're just, the hospitality is there. They're very eccentric, they're very out there, but they're very nice. And he immediately invites Bob's family over for dinner, and Bob declines because, they're not people. They say that in the beginning, they don't like hanging out with other people.
Yeah, they're aliens. They're not people.
Yeah, exactly. But after failing to make dinner in the RV, Bob takes his family over to Travis's RV. So we have all this banter. You get their love story. Moon, which is Travis's daughter, comes out, and another Carl sees her.
Another love interest unlocked.
Just immediately beatboxing starts in his head, and
hell yeah, it does.
It's magical. He's in love with this girl.
But weird, we got 2
pretty
love interest
quickly.
things.
Yeah,
very quickly.
Yeah. But yeah, immediately I thought this is how love works.
Well, and that's what happened when you saw me, so it's confirmed that's how love works. Yeah.
So Bob's family doesn't really love the antics of Travis's family. Like I said, they're very...
I don't know why.
Yeah, I thought they were just fun people, but I get being introverted and being your own family, just liking to hang out with each other.
To a certain point, yes, but they were mean.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
They were really mean towards these people.
I also get Kristen Chenoweth's character, who's Travis's wife, was I'm going to give you a full makeover tomorrow. I get not wanting to be.
Well, yes.
They're very too hospitable.
But every time this family came up again in the movie,
they were we would rather die than be around them.
They were
they left them in the dust 6 times.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Jesus Christ.
And then we get the horn thing where they have she sells custom horns or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's a Star Trek thing.
My biggest thing with this movie, and I realized it at this scene, at the family scene, is, again, I think this I say this all the time in the show, so I kind of feel bad, I'm just kind of repeating myself.
Yeah.
But I understand the intent.
Yeah.
Of hey, you're not really, not that you're not supposed to like Robin Williams' family.
Yeah.
But there's meant to be a big disconnect.
Right.
And you're meant to like Robin Williams and you want him to bond, whatever. But they make the family so mean. The whole movie, these guys fucking suck.
Yeah.
Robin Williams just be good morning, and they'd be fuck you, and they spit on him.
Yeah,
I'm Jesus Christ. Can we take it easy?
It felt like they were trying to do the, rich, privileged person attitude.
Yeah, the spoiled kind of thing.
Yeah, but it was, over the, too... There was no redeeming qualities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know, making it over the top, especially making a kids movie, like that's kind of what you have to do.
Sure.
But you're right. Like if you make it too over the top, I'm like, just get a divorce. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Right.
You're way better than these people.
Right. And also, it's like whenever the kids or even especially the wife.
Yeah, she sucks.
Like any of them got what they wanted. I didn't feel like a sense of relief. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Well, of course they fucking got what they wanted.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, shocker.
Yeah.
And even like you have the bonding scenes, and like I really wanted to be like, oh, this is nice, because like I do like Robin Williams in this movie, but I'm like, dude, just adopt a different kid and try again. Like you could do so much better.
Right, exactly. But so Cassie, which is Robin Williams' Bob's daughter, she doesn't eat meat. They even have a sticker in the RV that says like,
"Meat is murder."
Meat is murder. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a little Morrissey reference.
She's fed deer organs, and then she like goes in, sees like all this like meat hanging up, and throws up, and it's like, we gotta get out of here.
Also, okay, I have a question, because you're a big RV fan.
Sure.
The movie, not actual RVs.
Well, I mean, actual RVs, but
well, that too. Yeah. But like the questions are movies. But
yeah.
So you have the Jeff Daniels family.
Yeah.
So you have Jeff Daniels, his wife, 3 kids.
Yes.
There's 5 of them.
Yes.
However, who the fuck was the guy that served the deer meat?
Dude! As a kid,
who was that?
As a kid, I was like, I have no idea who this is.
Yeah.
He's serving the food. And then to this day, I was like, I don't know. Because they talk about during dinner that the wife, Kristen Chenoweth, made the food.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So, and then the guy comes out and was like, I just killed it today.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I'm like, and he never comes up again. It's not like he travels with them.
Never. Nope.
It's not like he serves the thing. Like, I don't know.
We never see him. He's never addressed.
I have no idea.
He's just some old man.
I have no idea where this guy is from.
Dude, he came on screen. I think we paused it. Like, who is that?
Yeah. And I wish that they were like, oh, this is like our butler, or even if it was like some random
our
dude.
Crazy uncle.
Even if
something.
it was like, oh, this is our neighbor, and he's bringing you over like vegan food or something to like help you or whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, but the thing is, like, he comes out of their RV.
Yeah, right.
And the meat is in their RV, so clearly he's with them.
Right.
Did they just kill him? Did they leave him behind?
Dude, I have no idea.
I almost want to talk to someone who made this movie. Like, who was that?
Yeah. Just that. Nothing else.
No, I have no other questions.
No. Very straightforward. We love it.
I don't think I want to know the answer to my other questions. I'm going to be called rude if I ask.
Right. So they leave, and Bob wakes up the next morning at 1:30 a.m. to get his proposal done for this like work thing, but he can't connect to the Wi-Fi to send it. But he writes it. It's all done. So he lays back down, and immediately the alarm goes off so they can leave the campground before the Gornickes, that's Travis's family, that's their last name, the Gornickes.
Jeff Daniels' family.
Before they can come over and like hang out with them again. Again, they hate them. They're evil.
I know, they're going to come over for breakfast. It was so sweet.
Making them like eggs and pancakes. They're like, no, you're the devil.
What the hell?
But they leave their awning up, and it gets ripped off as they frantically drive off. And as a person who has owned it, like, you know, my parents own an RV.
Yeah.
This made me cringe so hard. It hurt my soul watching this thing get ripped off. Like and obviously, like, as it goes on, it gets more and more beat up. But like this one in particular made me like just like crumble inside. I was like, oh my god. You know when like you are, and maybe you don't experience this as much as I do, but when you are looking at someone like with a camera and they have the lens and they're like not taking care of it, like dirt gets in it, and you're like,
it kills you. Yeah.
Or like even a computer, and you're like, dude, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Like that's what I felt.
Is that what happened to you?
Yeah, it made me like tense up. It was horrible.
Also, okay, I have an RV question.
Okay.
Not movie, actual.
Yeah.
RV.
Okay.
Is it more common that people own an RV or they rent an RV?
More common that you own.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. The renting really took off during COVID, surprisingly. Because people were like, I need to get out and do something.
But I can't.
Go out in the wilderness. Yeah. And then like the RV prices went skyrocket.
I'm
sure, to the moon because, you know, people were buying them left and right. And and then people just started renting.
Oh, and now renting became a huge thing.
Yeah.
So then, okay, now going to the movie.
Sure.
Did they? I was under the assumption they rented this RV.
Yes.
But by the end of the movie, they kept saying like, "Oh, we're just gonna like live in this thing, and like this is our home, and we have it forever." Did they buy it?
It wasn't made clear if they purchased it. Initially, it was a rent, like a rental.
It
Because
was,
they
that's what I
say
thought.
it multiple times that it's a rental in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was
So
like,
I
they
don't
do
know-
a lot of damage.
I don't know if that's just like the kids being like, "Oh, we're gonna live in this," because they don't understand the concept of renting. But
Could be.
I don't know. Or they just off screen like bought it because it got so destroyed.
That the rental company just refused to take it?
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, we can't afford our," or no, because they say that they're going to sell the house. So I don't know.
Yeah, because they're like they thought they were broke for like 2
Yeah, right,
seconds. And
right.
It's fine, but I almost like I don't know if this is true what I'm about to say. So take this with a grain of salt. But I almost wanted the scene where like they go to the rental company and that's what they drive up with, like post lake.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, like that could have been fun.
Yeah.
But okay, I guess not.
No.
I
It's
don't
also
know,
we'll
that'd be
get
too
to it,
fun.
but it's also kind of left ambiguous if he is employed or not after what happens.
Yeah.
It's extremely
very-
ambiguous.
It's
we'll
a
get
little
to it.
cliffhanger. Yeah.
So they stop to get gas, and Bob goes to the bathroom just to send his proposal.
Yes.
But the RV is, of course, rolling away because their emergency brake is broken.
Yes.
So Bob runs out. This is a recurring theme to way too much of an extent. throughout
Way
this movie.
too much.
Like
Thank
all
you.
of the plot points only exist because this RV doesn't have brakes.
Yeah, if they just remembered to do that yellow thing or
Yeah.
had a break, this
Right.
movie wouldn't happen.
No, none of it. So Bob runs out to find that Travis is putting the blocks under the wheels. They found
And
them.
once again, just the nicest family ever.
Yeah. They're like, hey, come on over for breakfast. He's
Yeah.
like, no. So he goes back into the bathroom to find that his laptop was stolen by a hitchhiker. And he's like, oh, fuck. Like, I can't do my job. I'm cooked.
I'm gonna get fired.
Yeah, exactly.
Wah, wah.
So they tell the Gornickes, like, hey, we're gonna come have breakfast with you. Like, you guys go, like, do your thing in the bathroom or whatever. Like, go to the bathroom and we'll be here. And then they ditch them because they're evil.
Because they're awful. Okay, let's recap the Gornickes for a second.
Yeah.
They made them dinner because
Yes.
Ron Williams couldn't cook food.
Yeah, or their neighbor or uncle who's probably dead.
Yeah, some random old man
Yeah,
who
yeah.
makes venison, but
Yeah.
sure. So they have dinner together. They then offer to make them breakfast, and this Ron Williams ditches them. They then save their RV, then offers to buy them breakfast.
Right.
And Ron Williams ditches them again. The movie fuck this family. Make the movie about them.
Yeah. I agree.
Spin-off RV2.
It's crazy. Listen,
It's
should've
coming.
happened. Oh, it's still on its way.
It's still in development.
20 years later. It's being shot now, and it won't be done for another year and a half.
But it will come out a year from
But
now.
it'll come out in 6 months.
Yeah.
So the Gornickes end up picking up a hitchhiker the hitchhiker that stole
The
Bob's
same
laptop.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Billy recognizes Bob's laptop because he sees it the first night that they're all together because he has this like sleeping disorder or whatever. And then they kick him off the bus and they have the
Not worth explaining.
Yeah, right. So Bob's family, they stop in Utah and they find a raccoon in their oven, which is like horrible.
Turns
Like,
out,
if we-
didn't it turn out there's 3?
Yeah, there was three. We
Yeah.
only see one, but there ends up being 3.
Yeah.
And they go out, they buy this, like, I think he was charged like $170 or something for this stink bomb.
Yeah.
And thing goes off in the RV, and they have to sit out in the rain because the stink bomb can last up to 6 hours. This is just
Which was
brutal living. It's horrible.
It's also weird that it's implied he just bought that at like a gas station.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never seen a stink bomb in my life.
No.
Where do you get one of those?
I mean, well, actually, it's funny you say that because they had, like, when I grew up camping, not that they had, like, the full stink bombs like they had in this movie, but they had, like,
No
little
way.
ones that you could,
They
like...
did?
Yeah, what we used to do, this was brutal. We used to take them, and, what my family would go to, like, not, like, the campgrounds that they went to in this movie, more, like, nicer campgrounds. And, you'd go in, like, the community center or whatever,
Sure.
and as kids... we would like all like buy a bunch of them, and we'd go in the women's bathroom and put them in the trash can. So people would go in, and then they'd immediately come out and be like, "What is that,
That's so fucked up.
dude?" It was so fucked
That's so
up.
evil.
It was so evil. And then sometimes we would get them, and we would like use them on each other. So we would like hide behind a tree, and we like chuck one at our friend, and then it would, yeah. It would like land on someone's
Dude.
shirt. And like, no.
Don't let this man in an RV.
It was horrible. It was really funny. So I related to this pretty heavily. But no, I've never seen like a big like the
Yeah, it was like a
military
big
grade
one.
one.
Yeah. Wait, does your stink bomb last 6 fucking
No,
hours?
no, it was like 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, 6 hours is insane. So I mean, that's why it was $170. But Carl wanders off, and he ends up falling down the side of a hill, I guess.
Yeah, he goes down like
this
waterfall.
river. Yeah, yeah. And the family follows as they find a bar to dry off and eat at. And they all kind of like, this is like the beginning of like them kind of bonding as a family. They all start laughing, they're hanging out, they're talking. Yeah. So Bob tries to send the proposal from his phone that night. And again, no internet. And he tries and tries and tries again, all the way until like 5:36 in the morning. And he finally gets this, and he sends it.
Yeah.
And he's like, thank God. And he goes to bed. And the second he goes to lay down, his wife is like, hey, you're up. Go make the coffee. Because, she's privileged. And he's a good husband. So they he's up and at him. They start their drive for the day. And they hear the horn from the Gornicki's RV.
They're back.
And just start booking it. Even though the Gornicki's, the whole point of this scene is for them to try and give the laptop back to them. And they're like, we're going to ignore it. We're going to pretend like we're talking to each other. The Gornicki kids pull out like paintball guns because they're like, let's try and get their attention. And they're like, oh my God.
They're so... The mine's the paintball guns. They're so nice.
Yeah. Get the guns.
They're so mean.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. So they ditch them and they get to the final RV park before, the big meeting. And Bob tries to spend some more time with his kids. So, he's throwing the baseball around. He's doing his thing. And the family packs up. They go for this 10-mile hike. And Bob fakes having just absolutely violent diarrhea. Like, he is just like crippling, can't even walk.
Instead of just faking being sick.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't feel good. Yeah. He does like a whole song and dance. It's so
in classic Robin, like, I was happy watching it because it was Robin Williams. But it was way, like, in the reality of it, it was so over the top. And he gets away, he goes to his meeting, and when he gets there, Todd, his boss, Will Arnett, he says he's going with the new young hip guy's plan. His name is Laird. Great name.
Laird. Fucking Laird.
So Laird starts the presentation and only talks about the money. And this is like a mom and pop business. So they're like, we don't want to talk money. Why should we go national?
Why do we go with PepsiCo?
Exactly. And Bob steps in and just crushes the rest of it. He's like, hell yeah, we did it.
Fuck yeah, he does.
Then he finds out, oh no, there's another meeting, I think it's like the next day, to the whole rest of the company because they loved it so much that they want him to talk about it again.
He's too good, Nick.
Too good. So he's like, fuck, we got to like delay this and go back. So he starts making his way back to the campground, and there's a landslide, and it causes for Bob to, it's blocking his path, and he needs to make it back before his family gets back so that they don't suspect anything.
Sure.
So he goes down this off-road path, and he braves it with the RV. This is like not big enough for even like cars, and he's taking this massive RV.
Massive RV, terrible. Yeah. It's just instant death. If this was like a real movie, this is death.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. So he makes it back, and it's all great. But then he realizes, like, I got to make it to this last thing. So the next day, I think it's the next day, they go on a hike all together, and the RV rolls into a lake, and then the family finds out because it's like a Freudian slip or whatever. But they find out the true reason behind this trip, and all of this stuff that they've been doing kind of goes out the door, and they're like, "Fuck you, Dad! Why would you do that to us?" And
which I will point out, I feel like this all could have been avoided if he, from the beginning, just went, "Hey, I have this big important business meeting, but instead of just fully canceling the vacation, it could be fun if we got an RV and went out."
But also, I understand why he's doing it because his family are just asshole. Like, they're just...
Well, yeah, they fucking suck.
I get that he should have told them.
Yeah, I think he probably would have done it either way.
Yeah, but it's
like they still signed up for it.
I understand why he did the thing he did because he was in fear of his family, which also, like, well, yeah, that's the first sign. Like, get out of there.
Yeah, dude, get divorce.
So he is like, all right, our RV's toast. I'm gonna go get my custom $4,000 bike. Right. Because he has bad hips or something like that. Yeah. And he goes to the meeting. Also, he rides it out of the lake and then just up a complete 90-degree incline hill. Like, he's just a legend.
Which, by the way, two things. One, the weird hip thing. I kept waiting for it to come back up again. It never does.
No. It was a throwaway, probably on the spot.
Yeah, it was just so weird. And two, that was the only time the movie made me laugh.
Oh, really?
Was him coming out of the lake with the bike, but he was riding it. He was just going straight up.
Dude, that was,
you know what?
So funny. And I was like trying to like look at the physical, like how they did it. And I couldn't see like anything. No idea. But I was like, that was awesome. Like that was really cool. Because it was so like, nothing in the movie is that absurd until that moment. Where you're like, oh, he's just a superhero.
Yeah, like they don't give a shit about reality anymore. Yeah.
They just completely break all reality. And this is like a very
all
grounded,
laws of physics.
like
go out the fucking roof.
Yeah, it's like a very like grounded camping movie, and then they're like, no, he is God.
Yeah, he's literally probably his
quads are just like on fire.
But I loved it.
Yeah, dude, it's great. So he takes his bike to the meeting, so he doesn't lose his job. And the rest of the family get picked up by the Gornkys. They're like walking back because they're like, we don't have a vehicle. And
even
Dad just left us.
Like, the Gornkys should have fucking run him over at this point.
Yeah.
Like, they've no... I don't know why they're still so nice.
It's insane. So Bob bikes to the Gornkys' bus because, he's riding there and he's like, I'm not going to make it. And then he sees the bus and he's like, you know what? Screw the meeting. I care more about family than I do about my job. So he rides down a hill. He catches up to them. And he's like, I need my family more than I need this.
Yes.
So he tells them, he's like, I blew off the job. And then they're like, you didn't need to blow off the job. Like, you should have gone.
You could have just told us.
Yeah. And then it
would have been fine.
They even say in the movie, like, oh, it's a Christmas miracle or whatever. By some miracle, Travis takes him to the exact spot he needs to be.
I would never understand this.
At the perfect time, nonetheless.
Dude.
They get there like 5 minutes before the meeting starts.
It's one of those like
the movie has to end.
The movie has to end.
Yeah,
and they don't know how to do it.
Exactly. It's fucking bananas. So he meets up with Todd, who's like, no, we're like, screw you, but let's go. Like you look like trash. Like he looks like a sewer monster. A sewer mermaid.
You have a meeting, so let's go.
Yeah, exactly. And so he goes in. He gives a killer speech and at the very end, he convinces the company not to merge.
Not with no PepsiCo.
No PepsiCo.
Big twist of the movie.
Todd's like, you're fired. And then his son Carl's like, no, you're fired, bitch. And he like tackles him.
He beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, he beats him up. And then Bob's like, I quit. And then it's implied that a dog like takes a shit on him. On Todd. Like the dog like kind of comes over.
So.
So they're driving the RV away, and that's when they have that conversation of like, hey, let's like sell the house and live in the RV. Let's do it. Like we're a changed family. And then he gets pulled. And by the way, the RV is like the most destroyed because it's like it was in the lake. So there's like water damage. There's mud everywhere. Like everything's destroyed. So he gets pulled over by the cops and he's like, oh, we made it this far. And then we realize that the two owners of this mom and pop soda company are like, no, we want to go national, but with you. Like you're going to be our guy.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yes.
They have a connection to the cop.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, who are these people?
They're like the most powerful people in Colorado.
It's awesome. They're like, State Trooper, find this massive RV because we want to hire him. And
they put like a fucking APB on this guy.
It's insane. I never thought about the logistics of this. I was just like, this is awesome.
Like they're like mob lords.
Yeah,
like what the fuck is going on
ridiculous.
with these two?
And he gets this job offer, this huge job offer. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. But then the RV, again, no brakes, haha. It just, also the logistics of this. Not only does it run into the cars, it fully flattens the State Trooper's car and then the car of the owners of the company.
And of course it happens off screen.
Yeah.
Because it could never happen.
Especially because not only just like the physics of the thing, but the RV is so beat up that like even if it did have that capability, there's no way it would be able to do that.
No, absolutely not.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's insane.
And again, it's left completely ambiguous on whether or not they're like, oh my god, you just destroyed our car. Or like if you went to jail, or if you like had to like you just destroyed a State Trooper. They're also in the middle of the like wilderness. They're on a mountain.
Yeah, they're all fucked.
How are they all getting home? Like what's going on?
We never even saw like their reaction.
No.
Nothing.
No reaction. It's just a hard cut of like, that's it. That's the end.
I think this ends with Robin Williams in prison and their family's broke.
Yeah. That's it.
That's in my head. All is not well in the world.
But you know what? It does end with a song and dance number. Your classic 2000s song and dance number over the credits. They're singing.
Dude, the credits started and the song started. I went, nope, that's the credits. Yeah. And I turned it off.
I mean, I get it because you have like Kristen Chenoweth and like all these big stars, and they're like, all right, let's do it. And again, early 2000s, you have to, even though it's not animated, because usually it's in animated movies.
Well, we had Boy Who Cried Werewolf did it too.
Oh, that's true. That's
long
gone in my memory. Long gone on this show, but long gone in my memory, especially. But they have this dance number, All Is Well in the World, and that is RV.
Yes.
So final thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts first. Okay, that's it.
Bye. No, this movie, listen, it's not one of the worst movies we've covered.
Sure.
Not by a long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very like 2006.
Yeah.
You find it in the dollar DVD bin.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason this is where you found this movie.
Right. It's a run-of-the-mill, like $50 million comedy, and that's it. Yep. Nothing special.
Has a couple bright moments, some good characters, then some pretty bad 2006 stuff. That's most of it.
Right.
And then it just kind of ends.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. I mean, I've said this throughout the episode, but and on other episodes, but Robin Williams is one of my favorite actors of all time. And I think he was the highlight of this movie. 100%.
I agree.
His riffing, just everything he does in this, I praise, and I loved it. I agree that it's not the greatest movie of all time upon rewatch. No. But I will say that the nostalgia definitely took over, and it gave me that, nice, warm nostalgia blanket around my body for a couple hours.
Aww.
So that was nice, and I appreciated that. But overall, it was okay. It was okay.
Yeah. It was not as good as Come Ghost.
Yeah, not as good as Come Ghost. Definitely go to quaywoodproductions.com and you will see our live commentary to this movie. One final thought on RV. I can't believe this got greenlit. See, dude, remember it works on my end, but sometimes it doesn't work on my end, but it works on your end and vice versa. It never lines up, but I'll line it up.
Just for people that know, every time we do this on Zoom, it's like the worst.
Yeah.
I'm on the word greenlit by the time Nick starts.
I can't believe.
I can't believe.
Yeah, and then you hear the other person saying it, and then you trip on your own words. It's happened to me.
Yeah, exactly. It freaks you out.
Yeah. So
we're real professional on this show.
Exactly. Thank you all for listening. Tune into the next episode for Ice Age, the first.
Which I already watched.
We already watched. We're gonna do this episode at some point. And we will see you then. Bye.
Bye.
This has been a Quaywood audio production.